is a go. Alrighty, so we have another session of our Burning Veil Starfall Aria. But before we get too far into that, let's learn about who we got at the table.
Hi, I'm Radiant, and I play Tala, who is a total druid. Um, and yeah, okay. You know what? That's enough. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I have a new keybind and it's messing up everything. Anyway, hi, I'm Lexi and I play Andy Quickfoot, who's a lightfoot halfling bar whiz who loves food. Familiar's name is Perry, and he's an octopus and he's in a jar. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Fleesta. She's an Elagian blood hunter who embodies a cold complexion and icy resilience, with magic powers from her mysterious, fathomless patron.
Alrighty. Just bringing up my little DM snooping tool. So. Oh, I forgot to do that. It's alright. Cool. You have been doing some work in Solaris and beyond, tracking this strange cult with involvement in the spreading ice and seeming to be some sort of devotees of Mother Frostmourne, who has some close ties with your group in the form of Rista. In your endeavors, you have made a few allies. Dell, they have come to your assistance after you have assisted them. And now, Eskewi, a Varkesh warrior that has been assigned to your aid. But you still have, of course, a few things to uncover. Firstly, the missing memory pearls. As Lady Asera has, asked nicely for your assistance there. My light is fucking my perception right now. And then you have, whatever further plans this Mother Frostmourne is after. There we go, better. But what would you like to do? Adventures?
We're sneaking down? Yeah?
You are... If you want to head down, for sure. Let me just come up with my notes to that area. Alright, so you had gone down the hatch in the floor, followed that up to the shrine, and are sneaking through to the sound of voices you had heard, yes?
Yes.
Let's get stealth rolls.
check to see that my dice are still cursed.
Oh yeah, I should probably change to the ice dice.
Did I cast Pass Without a Trace by any chance?
You did.
So, okay, that's plus 10, right? Okay.
Ah,
I don't recall if you had dropped concentration at any point, but you did cast it.
I don't think so.
Okay, there we go, Lefriga. Not a fucking 5. Alright. So that would be 29 for Lefriga, and then 27 for Dell. 25 for Freesto, 24 for Gala, and 21 for Andy. Beautiful. Oh,
Kiwi still with us?
Kiwi. I don't have.
My
That's
baby
the
girl.
the one that I forgot to do. Was I meant to make a stat block for him, and I didn't.
Damn.
I was doing other things. Kiwi's fine. Kiwi
Things
gets a
more
25.
important than Kiwi?
Yeah. I was setting up a VTT.
Devastating. Devastating.
That way we can play more games. That's not just D&D. So, as you're creeping forward under the softening aura of the Pass Without a Trace, you would close in on the area where you had heard the speaking around the bend, and you can see those two figures that you had been pursuing, but you would also see that they are speaking to another set of figures wearing cloaks that are similar but not quite the same as the one you had found in the house. These ones seem like they are almost perpetually slogged down by water. And in effect, that the wearers are constantly soaked.
Do they spot us?
They have not seemed to have noticed you.
Cool. What are they doing?
They're listening to the reports given by these more frantic figures. Like the ones that were following you are speaking. It's I've never seen a face like that in our meetings, but there was a cloak, one of ours.
Look over at my companions.
we're invisible.
Oh, so we are!
Some of you are invisible.
That's true. Perry's not.
Perry's not. Dell and Etsukiwi, I believe, are also not invisible.
Right. I got Lefriga, myself, and Hala, I believe.
And then Friesta's under Friesta's own power.
Correct. Perry will wave at Twist. Or kind of like.
The thing is that what I imagine, based on the way that the spell is that items that you carry are invisible. So the jar is invisible, and the water, and Perry's just floating in the air. I can't hear you.
Okay. Sorry. Perry, when we hear this, Perry will just kind of give a little like wave, like. And I'm gonna break my keyboard. Anyway, continue.
Did you do the thing where Faye told you to do last time, which is go into your settings and then do the turn up the thingy on your mic?
I did not. Instead, we are perpetually pressing my push to talk button.
This is when you need a separate laptop just for taking notes.
Well, I need a microphone.
You do
And
need
I
a
think we
microphone.
have yeah. So. Well, my input volume's all the way up too, so I.
Well, it's not the input volume, it's your gain. It's what your microphone is picking up.
Please
All
don't
right,
yell.
continue. I'll work on it. Perry's wiggling his arms.
Is Perry wiggling arms to try and get the attention of the other people? Okay.
No. As in a like, I don't know what to do kind of a thing. Like your call. Like.
I want to sneak up to the people and see if I can get like more information about, like, see if there's a symbol or like anything like that on them.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
No problem. Where'd my character sheet go?
That's a you question.
That really is. Hello. It's not loading. I'm just gonna open it in a new tab. Please load. Okay, it loaded. Stealth. 24.
24. As you get closer, one thing that you would begin to notice, the sort of glacier-like tattoos that Andy had spoken of on the more frantic figures, the ones you were chasing, and the figures that are in these, like, perpetually soaked cloaks, almost look to be, like, frostbitten.
How many people are there?
3 of the other figures, and then, the 2 that you were following, so a total of 5.
Cool. Any visible weapons?
None visible.
Any visible arcane focus?
None visible.
So while they're in their conversation, I'll sneak around the room, see if there's anything of interest. Any notes lying around, anything like that.
Give me an investigation.
Cool. It's a 17.
17. As you start looking around, this doesn't seem to be much of a harboring space. It seems to be more of a meeting space, as you would notice that there are more of the water entrances to this space. Particularly, there is a large one behind those 3 soaked, frostbitten figures. And there are ledges in the cave that have either been carved out by hand or by magic as seating spaces, and a small rise in an area almost like an orator's stage, This, from your understanding, is perhaps a space where information is shared orally rather than in a written form.
I'll try and sneak slightly behind the three people, see if I can get a look into the way in which they came in.
Yeah, I'll ask for another stealth roll.
Cool. 19.
Plus my 10. Are you still within my 30?
No, not at this
No
point.
idea.
And as you move closer, I do just have to check something here real quick. Rista. And due to, narrative things we've spoken of in the past, your body heat is at a lower register. But I'd like for you to roll me an insight check.
God. 5.
This is beyond you.
Most things are.
But you would notice that as you try and creep behind one of these, towards the opening behind the figure, the one closest to you on the outer edge turns and faces your direction.
Stay very still.
A voice speaks out of this figure, and it is like the ringing of ice and crystal. It is enthralling almost. I do not believe we are alone. I sent something here.
Slowly continue creeping towards the doorway in which they came in.
Okay, as you make that as you start making that way, you hear where the other two figures turn, and the three of them together scream. And I need Freesta, and only Freesta, as you are the only one within their range, to make me a Constitution saving throw. 10 is not enough.
Damn it.
That is 26 points of psychic damage,
Jesus.
and I will be asking for initiative rolls.
I lose invisibility. I'm just. Hello.
And the one that had sensed you earlier. Tricky thing. Your heat is not as intense.
Thank you.
Alright, what sort of battle music do we want? this is some good music. Alright. Oh, okay, it's not going well for your allies. Or your enemies. Wow, okay. I'm just rolling like shit.
Join the club.
So that'll be Freesta, Tala, Andy, these guys, and those guys. Lefraga, Etskiwi, Del. Who the highest among those three was a 4.
Good for them.
Alright, so, Freesta, first to act.
Cool. My dagger already has crimson light because of my failed attempt of stabbing. So bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one that was talking to me. And action, I'm going to cast Booming Blade and try and stab. Roll is a 14.
A 14 is unfortunately not enough.
I didn't think so. That is my turn.
Alrighty, then it is going to come to Tala. Your turn.
Can I see Freesta?
Yeah,
Yes,
the invisibility's...
so I'm no longer invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. But I didn't see her get hurt. Because it was
No,
psychic damage,
but you
right?
you would have heard the
Yes.
scream. You just were not in...
And she's how far away from me?
I'd say she's on the order of about 50 or so feet.
Okay, I move, and I'm assuming the baddies are with about the 50 feet from me too.
Yeah.
The one that's closest to Freesta, I would like to try to hit him with guiding bolt, please. Level 1. Does 18 hit?
An 18 will hit, but that means now you, Andy, and all the others are now visible.
Oh, sucks for. I'm sorry. Whoops. That's 11 points of damage and it's glowing. Bonus action. I would like to go ahead and activate Chalice form, please.
Okay. Andy, it is your turn.
Okay. Which one did Tala just make glowing?
The one that's in melee with Freesta.
The one who spotted her?
Yeah, because that's who Freesta ran up to try and stab with the dagger, and Tala said the one closest to Freesta, so. And spotted is a very direct term. He sensed her.
Alright. Cool. Can I... Oh my god. Okay, I think it's stable. I would like to... Nope, it's not stable. Could I do a nice firebolt on the the pal, please?
Sure.
It's a dirty 20 hit.
A dirty 20 will hit.
Alright, let's see how resistant they are to fire. $27 fire? How do they take that?
They are resistant to fire.
Okay,
I
yeah.
use my reaction, Blood Coast of Exposure, and I will. When a creature within 30 feet of you takes damage, someone has an echo and I cannot stand it. I'm so sorry.
It's Lexi.
Damn it, Lexi. A creature within 30 feet of you takes damage from attack or spell. You can use your reaction to remove any damage resistances by the triggering attack. This lasts until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
They take full.
Alright.
Okay, so that was my action. How far away am I, would you say, from... Like 50 feet-ish?
50 feet from the action.
Okay, I'd like to move up my 30 feet. Yeah, okay, oh, bonus.
Okay.
That's it. I'll just kind of stick my tongue out at him. Your security sucks.
Alrighty. Then our three figures are gonna go. And oh, I should probably have okay. As they begin to sing, the three figures, you would notice in front of them, in their harmonies, the air itself begins to freeze, and they will
Can I counterspell? Is this a spell?
you can counterspell one of them. This is more narrative of the three of them casting together.
Okay, guys, that's fine.
Okay. But as the air freezes, each one will send out a frozen shard. That will be a 17 to try and hit Freesta.
You cut out there, I didn't hear the number.
17.
17 hits.
Freesta, that's 26 cold damage.
13.
And your speed is reduced by 10.
Damn it. That's my thing.
For Tala, that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That is 28 points of cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10. And a 15 to hit Andy. Alright. Then with that, it is the end of their turn, and we come to our two runaways. And what do they want to do? One of them will draw from the water that's behind the choir, and next to it, you see this sort of sustained vortex of water, and it's going to attack Freesta with it. 24 to hit Freesta.
That will hit.
For 11 points of cold damage, and that's just the bonus action.
Points of cold damage.
Yeah. And for the main action, there are 3 beams of icy blue light heading towards Andy. $16 on the first. 16.
What?
16 on the first
Yeah,
attack.
it's
All right. The second one's gonna miss, and the third one is a natural 20.
Silvery Barb's that one. Excuse me, that's rude.
No longer
Advantage
crit,
myself,
but
I
it
guess.
still hits. And, so that'll be a total of 20 points of force damage, and you are pushed 10 feet away. And then the other one, is going to, do the same thing, but on Tala. So 3 beams of icy light. 17 on the first attack. 23 on the second. And then the last one misses. So that is 13 points of force damage, and you are pushed 10 feet back. Alrighty. We've got Lefriga gonna go, and as Lefriga rushes in, he will give Andy the help action as his thing, as his bonus action, and then he doesn't know. He doesn't know spells. We covered this. But he does have extra things with his help action. not that it applies here, but it helps him. So he rushes in, uses his action to dash, and gets up close next to these figures as he draws his longsword. Etskui will move in and take the spear that he has and just throws it. And he's aiming for one of the two smaller guys, the one that attacked Tala. But Etskui misses, and unfortunately this spear does not have a rope or chain to it, so he's got to go grab it. So he uses his movement to start running forward. And then Del. Del is going to make 3 beams of their own, targeting the one that targeted Andy. And 2 out of 3 hit. Alrighty. And that is bringing us back to Freesta. Your turn.
Cool. I will try again to stab the one that is in front of me
Okay.
and cast Booming Blade. Please. 25
You have advantage.
from.
Guiding bolt. Oh.
Oh, so I do no one hit that guy. I will try again. I'll take the 25.
Yeah, 25 will hit.
Great. And because I have advantage, that means sneak attack. So there's that. Plus that. Plus that. Plus that, plus that. And it's all radiant.
Alright, give me just one moment, because your rolls weren't coming through.
Oh, it's 10, 10, 15, 30.
30?
A nice
Cool.
even.
Beautiful.
And then bonus action, I can take another stab. Because I use my action for the cantrip.
Woohoo!
That is a 25. That's 8. Loosening, no, so just the d6 and the d8. That is 13 points of radiant damage.
Lovely. Alrighty. Anything else from Freesta? I do believe that that's it.
It's my turn.
Tala.
I would like to get in within. Is everybody within 60 feet of me? Especially Freesta.
You were
I
hit.
moved up 20
You
feet,
were
and then I got pushed back 10.
so that would put you 40 feet away.
Okay, yeah, she's within. I would like to use my staff of healing and then do mass cure wounds at this level.
Hold on, please.
Okay, oops, I'm sorry. I will wait. Don't. It's staff. You can't counterspell it. I will
That
hurt you.
isn't what I know.
Spell something from my staff.
Okay. Yeah, it goes through.
Okay, yeah, it's 35 points of healing for everybody.
Thank you.
And then I would like to go ahead and then, because of my chalice form, that is Was it 1d8? I'm panicking, so I can't remember. Hold, please. Somebody remember.
It'd be 2d8
Two-
because
2d8,
you're past
okay.
10th level.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do Fey Restoration as well. That's additional 12 points for free stuff.
Thank you. I'm like basically full, by the way. Because
Okay.
I'm resistant to cold, I wasn't that bad. I was like 50 out of 99.
Okay. And then 40 feet from her, which means I'm 40 feet away from those yucky people. But so far they've been spellcasters. I would like to move 20 feet towards freestyle, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Andy, it's your turn.
If I did math correctly, I should be 30 feet away from the people I was going for originally because I moved 30 and they got pushed back 10.
Yes.
All right.
And your speed is
So-
reduced by 10.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay, well then that puts a monkey wrench in my whole plan here. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, because you didn't get hit by the frost shard.
Yeah, it was the 3 spell attack things that hit me.
Yeah, that's right. Then you're fine.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then I'd like to close distance and did the radiant damage from Freester seem to work?
Yes.
Okay, because I could be extra fancy, I guess.
I have one more of those, ignore resistance if you need me to use it.
No, that's okay. Thanks though. I'll just do melee stuff. I would like to do Vengeful Blade actually. We'll see if they get necrotic. And I gotta remember how this works. Let me see here. Okay, so I just attack regularly and then they get extra damage basically. And I have advantage from multiple sources, so thank you people. Looking at Lefraga. Alright. We'll do Talon. Does an 18 hit?
Now, are you going after the choir or the guys you were chasing?
The guys I was going after originally. Yeah.
Okay, so as you move towards him, a 18 and a 16 will both hit.
It's only one. It's the 18. Yeah.
Oh, because you've got the...
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Great.
I forgot for a moment that you were a halfling. Yeah, he's going to use his reaction here. As you see the vortex beside him move in to intercept your attack. And he takes no damage.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Is this a spell?
No.
Can I counter spell it? Shoot.
No.
Okay. Well,
I have a question. Was that a roll?
It
to attack
was...
or do reaction to it?
The roll is just to reduce damage from the attack.
okay. Okay, so... Oh, go ahead. Tell it.
Well, just to FYI, I have woe, but it only works if I know it's before you roll.
I don't believe woe applies to this, though, because I believe that's for tests.
No. Yeah. So going forward, just as, give me a hint of when you are, so I can go, whoa.
Well, yeah, those are going to be for, your saving throws and your
Attacks,
attacks. Yeah, this wasn't
Okay,
a test of
yeah,
any
yeah.
sort.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just
Okay.
going forward. Thank you.
Okay,
That
okay.
means you gotta
so a
pay
few
attention.
things. I was gonna put Shadow Depletion into that, which I know the Vortex takes all of that damage, but then I get Temp. Does that still go through?
Yeah. Go for it, because
Okay.
it might
Okay.
overpower the result.
Oh, I haven't rolled all the damage. Okay, so this is a damage dependent thing?
Yeah, it reduces the damage by a
Okay.
certain amount.
Okay, so I'll just roll all the damage, because there's a bunch of this stuff, random stuff going on.
Yeah.
Alright, so, yeah, so I already rolled just the base damage. Okay, so now I'll roll acid.
Alright, we're still in no damage territory.
It's 2d6?
2d6.
Shadow Depletion?
Alright, so he'll actually take 3 points of damage.
And there's more. Hold on.
Oh!
Okay, I can never remember. I think for Vengeful Blade, I believe it's 2d8 at the hit. Yeah, 2d8.
Five points of damage.
Great, and now if he hits anyone, he gets more damage. So he's radiating a dark aura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Alright, our flyer is gonna go. And as they begin to sing, do 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 do. Just need to check. Can I get a dexterity save from Tala?
Sorry.
As they sing, a gust of chilled air comes towards you and wraps around you, creating this small windstorm of biting, freezing air. And you feel your connection to the arcane disappear.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a druid. Do I have connection to arcane?
No, this is a personalized anti-magic zone.
Okay.
Which also means any of your arcane items also don't. They are normal.
Okay. Fey Wild Witchling.
You showed your cards and they are playing to them.
What the fuck?
But that is a combined casting and takes their turns. Meaning that it comes to our initiates go.
I should have done Counterspell. But my bad.
And the initiate is going to go after Andy with the vortex at its side. And so that slams down on you. Or at least it will attempt to. But I do believe that an 11 misses.
Badly. Like, oh, wait, is this the guy who I just attacked?
Yes, but this is not him attacking, it's his summon. Not the same. And I would like a wisdom save from Andy.
Alright, wait. Not to be pedantic, but... So, okay, the target isn't making the attack or casting a spell.
No, it was already cast, and
Okay, alright.
it can make an attack as part of its duration.
Okay, that's an 11, but is he now casting a spell, or is this still his summon?
This is him casting a spell, but it is not damage dealing.
I don't think that matters. Yeah, it just says if the target makes an attack or casts a spell before the start of my next turn.
Okay, cool. All right.
Take
Cool.
that. Shock. Although I think I failed the wisdom saving throw though, so.
Yeah, you did fail the wisdom save. And that will be... Damn. You feel yourself, freeze as you become encrusted with...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
encrusted with ice as the hold monster takes effect.
It does. This doesn't apply the charmed or frightened condition, does it?
No, you are paralyzed.
Alright. Good. Alright, solid. Cool.
So
Uh,
kill, yeah.
So, you know, like, I was gonna say something earlier, but I didn't want to jinx it. But I think it'll be kind of funny. What if they realize the freestyle is special and they kidnap freestyle?
We could try.
I'm vibing in an ice block right now, so, you know, whatever works.
Join the
man.
club.
Alright,
It happens. You'll be fine.
it is Lefriga's go, and Lefriga will turn his attention towards the one that was attacking Andy. Will once more call out to Andy and provide help for her saving throw, which can be done at the end of each of her turns. And he takes his attack. Now he doesn't get his extra stuff because it's not on an attack roll, but that is a hit. And another hit. So we've got 2 constitution saves that we gotta make. And that is a failure. Andy is no longer held in ice. Alrighty. Etsuki runs in, grabs the spear and goes after the other initiate. And unfortunately misses on both.
Why did we bring him along again?
Because you were told to.
Okay.
Dell is going to try and dispel this magic around Paula. Which may or may not go well for her, for them. That is unfortunately not enough, and that is their action. Freesta, it's your turn.
Cool. There's still one in front of me.
Yes.
Cool. I'll booming blade try and stab again. Please. That's a 28 to hit.
That is a successful stab.
Great. So that's 7. Blade, that's 17. Then Hunter's Mark and Crimson. 17, 23 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Then bonus action, I'll just take a standard stab. That's a nat one.
That is a miss.
Oops.
Alright, Tala. It's your turn.
How do I get out of this wind whirl?
Uh,
Can I walk?
no, it's centered around you. You can take an action to try and escape.
I would like to use an action to try to escape, please.
Great. I need you to make me an athletics check. The winds hold you in as you try and push against them.
I curse loudly in Draconic.
Okay.
That'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Andy, it is your go. I can't hear you.
There's a lot of people I'd like to hit Faye, and I just added a few more people to that list. My keyboard being one of them. How far away is the choir?
The choir from you is maybe like 10 feet.
Oh, so they're right there.
Yeah.
Is this like a concentration type of spell?
You don't know. You've never
Do
seen
they
it
seem-
before.
Do they seem to be concentrating?
They seem as dour and focused as they have been since you've seen them.
That's not helpful.
I'm not here to be helpful. I'm here to be entertaining.
You're not entertained. Okay, I'll cast, ooh. No, I won't. I would like to move away and give an op attack to the initiate in front of me and go over towards the, choir of people. Jeez.
Yeah, we are gonna take the op attack there with a nice little stabby poo. That's a 23
Yep.
for 7 piercing and 7 cold.
Okay. How many people in this choir?
3.
Oh. Okay, I'd like to go up and hit the closest one to me, please.
Sure. You're certainly welcome to try.
Alright, I will do mobile flourish, and I'll try and hit the one next to him.
Okay.
Hell yeah, he gets 10 and his buddy gets 10. Has anything happened with Tala?
Alrighty.
Oh, and I'll put a shadow depletion into that as well. Into that.
As you strike and look back towards Tala, you do not see a change.
From either of them? Okay. Then I'd like to keep hitting the one that I was hitting for my second strike.
Go for it.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, bonus action, I'll cast Guardian of Nature.
Alrighty. Then it is our choir's turn. And our choir is going to face towards Andy, Tala, Lefriga, Del, Etski. Basically, everyone that's not Freesta is going to have to make this check. Actually, no. Tala won't have to make it because of the little sphere of anti-magic. Which means I need everyone...
Wait, is this a spell?
It is.
I would like to counter spell at 5th level, please.
Let me just double check something here real quick. Now, with the new counterspelling at a higher level doesn't change anything. They just have to make a constitution save for maintaining concentration.
Oh, the higher level doesn't, like, add difficulty to that check?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, 3rd level in. Okay, thanks.
Alright, and then... Because this is a shared casting, they're all able to make that save, and that is a majority success, so the spell goes through. And I need everyone, except for Freesta and Tala, to make me a Constitution saving throw. Alright. That is a success from Andy. And a failure from Lefriga. A success from Del. And a failure from Etskui.
Not even going to act surprised anymore.
Alright, so that's a burst of cold from the cone of freezing air, dealing 40 points of cold damage on a failed save. Andy, you succeeded, so...
So half, or like
half.
nothing?
You take half. And then Del takes half of half because they are resistant to cold. Alrighty, cool. So you had to beat a 10 on your concentration. You're good. And then our little guys are gonna go. We're getting one slam of the tentacle towards Andy. That vortex of water misses with a 12. And then, since he's got the dagger out, he's just gonna come up and try and shank you. But an 11 misses. That's all that you can do with that. The other one is going to attempt 3 blasts of, Eldritch energy at Freesta. That is a natural 20.
That'll hit.
Silvery barbs, just
You've
for fun.
used your reaction already.
Oh, it's a counterspell. Yeah, am I? Sorry, Feasted.
19 points of force damage, on that one. 24 on the second attack.
That'll hit.
For 14 points of force damage. And then a 19 on the last one.
That'll hit.
11 points of force damage. And you are
Concentration is fine.
pushed back 10 feet. And from this warlock, that's going to push you into that opening you were trying to investigate. So you plunge into the water.
Fun.
And yeah, that's all that it does. With that, it is Lefriga's go, and Lefriga, shaking off some of the frost, is going to try and attack this guy that he's near. Lefriga gets a natural 20. Hell yeah.
My favorite cultist.
And cut that one down. So the water sloshes down as the vortex is gone. And he'll run over to the other one and take his second attack and miss. And then at Skewy, gonna try and stab this man again. And misses.
He hasn't passed a single check this combat. No attack and no save.
I don't have the stat block for him, so I'm doing my best.
You're doing fine. Kiwi, however.
Alright, and then Dell is going to go for some more Eldritch blasting at the last remaining initiate. That is a success, and a success. And that's pretty decent damage, too. Alrighty. Rista, it is your turn. You are in the water.
Ooh. I want to search and have a look around, but I'll be sensible. Well, my speed was reduced by 10 feet. Was it just for that round?
It's until the start of their turn.
It was like 2 rounds ago.
Then yeah, you're good.
Cool. So I'm only 10 feet into the water?
Yes.
Cool. I'll just swim back in. That was rude. With 35 feet of movement, can I get back to the person that I was stabbing previously?
Yeah.
Babe, was that yes?
Yeah, I said yeah.
Yes, cool. Sorry, I didn't hear
Yeah.
anything.
Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't come through.
Cool. I will continue stabbing. I'll go for a booming blade. Please. That's a 28 to hit. That's sucky. That's not bad. That would be 23 points of radiant damage.
And the aura around Tala disappears as this choir member bursts into a bit of ice and water.
That's a normal thing to happen.
Yeah, there's
How
just
much
like
movement do
frozen chunks of body on the ground.
Oh. Ew. Is that going to happen to me? um, do I have any remaining movement left to get within melee of anyone else?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay, I'll just tiptoe to the next person and bonus action take a stab.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 24 to hit.
That is a successful stab.
Oh, now this one wouldn't have hunters mark on it yet, so that's just 9. Ooh, 9 piercing and 8 whatever it is, lightning.
Sounds great.
Well, that's my turn.
Alrighty, then Tala, it's your go.
I am no longer surrounded by wind.
Correct.
I feel amazing. And Freesta is within 60 feet of me.
Correct.
And do all the NPCs within 60 feet of me?
Correct.
Okay, I would like to go ahead and cast Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level. Actually, cast using my spell slot. Oh, that's okay. Hold on. That is. Okay, that is 26 points of healing for everybody. And between Freesta and Andy, who's hurt more? Freesta, yeah.
I am right now 81 out of 99.
Here is 16 more for you with the chalice. There you go. That sucked. Thank you. And,
You're welcome.
I'm like, how far from? Am I like 20 feet away from Freesta?
I'd say no, because you didn't move up any, I don't think. Did you? You'd be 40 feet still.
I would like to be within 20 feet of Freesta. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And that brings us to Andy's turn.
There's 2 more choir members still.
2 more choir members, 1 initiate.
Okay, yeah, I'll go after the choir member next to me, I guess. Oh, the new one.
So
We'll
you.
do Vengeful Blade.
So
Oh,
are you
sorry.
moving away from the choir member you're already at?
No. Yeah, I'll attack that one.
Okay.
I'll do Vengeful Blade again. Yep.
All right.
Okay. So now they have a dark energy, and I got my temp from shadow depletion. And they took extra damage, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. That's it.
Cool. Alrighty, it is our choir. And as they will sing now less harmonically, the ice again begins to appear in the air, freezing itself, and the
Can I counterspell?
again, you can counterspell one, because this is like each of them
I'll
attacking.
counterspell one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll counterspell one.
Which one do you want to counterspell?
The one in front of me?
Cool. I was the one aiming for you anyway.
Perfect.
So
Excellent. Good.
that one's gone. But the last one is going to go for not Freesta, for Talo. Still has disadvantage because it is threatened and misses. With that, our
Oh, also, that the guy in front of me, because he's trying to cast a spell, gets 3d8
okay.
damage from
Oh.
Vengeful Blade.
Alrighty. The figure that is next to Lefraga, the initiate, is going to throw some eldritch energy over at Freesta. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing on that one. That is going to be a 21 to hit Freesta.
That'll hit.
And then a 22.
Yep.
And finally, an 11, I believe, misses.
Finally, yes.
So that'll be a total of 23 points of force energy, and you are pushed 10 feet again, so you're back in the water.
This is so annoying.
That is going to be the end of his turn, beating it. Now it's Lefraga's. 2 swings of the longsword. That is a successful hit and a successful hit. And that'll be decent amount of damage, and Lefraga will call out towards Freesta and provide some help. Etskewy. It's gonna try his best.
All we can ask for.
And one of his attacks will hit.
Go Kiwi!
For maximum damage!
Cheers from the water.
Alright, so Etskewy gets bam and bam. Alrighty. And that will bring us to Dell. And they are going to help try and finish this last initiate off. This is hits. Hits. Alrighty. Guys hanging in by a thread over there. As Freesta, it is your turn.
Cool. I swim back in and I go back to the person I was stabbing.
Yeah, go for it.
I use my bonus action to transfer Hunter's Mark to them, and I will take a stab. And I have help?
Yep.
Awesome. That is horrible. It's a 16.
A 16 just misses.
Damn it. That's fine. I move round so I'm at the other side of this person. So if I get pushed in again, they come with me.
Alrighty. And Paula, it is your turn.
The one that is like hanging on by a thread.
Oh wait, Friesta, what was your damage on the dagger? No, dagger just missed. Sorry,
Yes.
coffee. Yes, hanging on by a thread, Tala.
I would like to go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
That is 26 to hit.
Man, it would have sucked if you missed. That hits.
That is 18 points of radiant damage.
Alright, no more initiates.
Okay, who's left?
The 2 choir members.
I would like to cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
And am I within 20 feet of the choir members?
You are.
Okay, that's the end of my turn, please.
Andy, it's your go.
I'll attack the one who's in front of me, who's hopefully close to death.
Closer than you think, further than you'd like.
It's a 14 hit.
No, that misses.
I'll just be sad. That's it. Kind of wave at him.
With that, as it comes to our choir's turn, seeing that they are down more than they had started out with, they do not have the majority of theirs. The 2 of them take the disengage
Wait,
action.
Faye. Sorry, I forgot I had my Guardian of Nature.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I try and hit him?
We'll count
Alright.
that first one as your first attack with advantage.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. $22 will hit.
That's it. Oh, with the D8. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you've got extra damage on that. Alright, cool. So
Okay,
that
now I'm done.
drowned
Thanks.
choir member actually goes down with that, becoming again water,
Perfect.
ice, and frozen body chunks. Meaning that this drowned choir member is definitely taking the disengage action and
I have Sentinel and I take an attack.
hold on, let me double check something. Okay.
19.
19 hits.
Great. So that's 9 plus these. That is 22 points of radiant damage.
Alright, that forces a change here. Speed is 0, and as it's looking for opportunities, it will cast a...
Counter spell.
It tries to cast a short-range teleportation and fails. And that's all it can do this turn, as it'll become now Lefriga's go, and Lefriga, before running in, will call out, "Are we trying to detain?"
Well, we know that this person now has teleportation. Well done for showing your cards. I think we might want to take them out just to be safe. We were going to keep you for questioning, but you're too dangerous. I hope you understand.
And as you say that, Lefriga rushes in with his sword. And while his first attack misses, the second one will just hit. And before this figure can even reply, Lefriga has cut them down. Meaning you are no longer
Good team.
bound
Should
to
we try to
initiative.
teleport?
It was a last-ditch
That was-
effort.
I get it, I get it. That was fun. Let's search the bodies.
Well, before you search the bodies, I am going to say let's take a little break here, and we will come back with searching, and figuring all their secrets out, maybe. Alrighty. Well, what a fight. What a way to start us off. But the fight is done. You are successful. And you've got 2 regular bodies. And then 3 bodies of frozen, broken chunks of person.
Looks searching.
Let the regular bodies investigate the frozen chunks of ice.
I would like to go ahead and cast Enhanceability of Intelligence on Freesta.
Alright. So. Chunks of ice first? Or?
Chunks of ice senses one at my feet.
Okay. What exactly are you trying to find here?
Sort of discern if it's... don't know how to explain it. Like if it's actually dead, if it was like a spell and something that's left behind, if there's any sort of indication why or what happened.
Roll for me an Arcana check, I'll say.
Did those... That's horrible. That's a 20. I have plus 12. At advantage.
What at first glance seems just a random breakage of the body. You'd actually be able to see along the cracks and chunks a separate discoloration at the edges. And you see that it is very similar in its coloration to the glacial tattoos on the initiates, and it seems that this is some sort of progression, and when you follow the trail across the broken bits, you would notice that it breaks apart the jaw, preventing a speak with dead. It seems that this is a protective measure, a sort of contingency upon death.
So gross, but kind of cool. We'll look at the initiates, see if they've got anything fun.
Roll an investigation check.
Please have the key to that bloody... Oh, I have advantage. Coded message thing, 26.
As you are looking over the bodies here, you find on one of them a sort of leather-bound journal tied together, but as you flip through it, you don't see anything on its pages. It looks like it hasn't been used yet.
Maybe.
Don't believe that for a second.
I don't want anyone wasting a spell just yet. We'll leave it till tonight, and I'll put the journal in the bag of holding.
Okay. On the other initiate's body, you find a small satchel filled with sparkling dust.
I put my hand in the dust.
Okay, it's very fine.
I do like the sprinkle beam. Can I identify it?
Yeah, why don't you give me a either investigation or medicine?
I was going to do the spell, but the check works. That's a 27. Oh, I have advantage as well. I keep forgetting. Get that nat 20. No, I'll keep the 27. Thank you very much.
Alright. Just one moment. As you are investigating this, you would understand that this is a addictive substance, a stimulant. It improves reflexes and causes temporary euphoria.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
It's a surprise tool that might help us later. I'm so gonna
Give
make
it to
you
my-
take drugs.
Oh my god. Maybe my uncle would know what it is.
Can you guys sending and describe it to him?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, uncle. Whose name I forgot. What? Yeah, this white
Roman?
powdery stuff. No, no, it is that guy. You're right. I think. Yeah, I think it's that guy.
To be fair, I never said
He's
that it
the
was
one who was
white.
killing.
I said it was shimmery.
He was the one who like went around and fought people and then killed people, right? Yeah.
Yeah, shady shit. And I have some precursor to drugs. Anyway.
Shay, did you say you gotta so give it to Lorcan?
Kiwi.
God. How many uses
He needs
are
it.
there of this powder?
You don't know yet.
See how much it takes to get the kick.
I mean,
Is it inhaling or ingesting?
We'll find out.
you just gotta get it in your body somehow.
Suppository?
It's the quickest way to get effects. Priesta, go ahead, roll me a d4.
Cool. That is a 2.
Alright, so your little pouch has 3 doses.
That's no fun.
It's a small pouch. It's like that big.
Still. We'll find where to get more.
You might need to if someone gets addicted.
Kiwi. They don't have anything on them that would help us decipher the...
All you find of any sort of interest is the unused journal and the bag of an unidentified substance.
They didn't have cloaks of their own.
No, they were wearing their own, like, they have cloaks, but they don't seem to be, like, any sort of specific. They're, like, cloaks you could buy at a store.
Maybe what that's useful yet.
Yeah, the only fancy thing that they got from the cult so far was their little tattoos. Their following.
Drugs.
Well, you don't know that the drugs came from the cult.
That's true, actually.
He could just have his own situation going on there.
His own issues, right? Well, good for him. dead now anyway. Drugs are mine. Should we investigate the way in which the 3 people came in? Where I was kicked out twice during battle.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah, you can go over there. What is it that you are looking for over there?
I want to, like, see if I can discern where they came from, like what direction. Go
Yeah.
out and look around, see if there's anything of interest.
It's like not the direct opposite of where you came from, but it is on like the other side, and it's like this dark, winding tunnel. Do you want to follow it?
I look to my party. How's everyone holding up?
As long as I don't have to cast any 3rd or 4th level spells, we chillin'. But
Cool. I'm going to get back my 2nd level spell slot with my rod, and we shall go towards the path.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Uh,
I can make worse jokes about it, Faye.
yeah, no, I mean I could too, but I'm working.
Yeah. That sucks for you. I'm not.
Yeah. As your group is able to travel, following along this path, it begins to lead you as you go further downwards, deeper into the water. And when it opens, it's not into any sort of building. It seems to be the well beyond the Undercity. You can see up above the sort of floating platforms that have continued construction underneath. But you are in the portions where the water is naturally cold, where less light filters down. And you can see the sort of growing abyss beyond at the bottom.
Keep going down.
But we're underwater, right?
You are underwater now.
Alright.
Yeah, you had to get into the water to follow this tunnel.
To the abyss.
You want to go into the abyss?
I'd love to.
Alright, everyone. Priest is leading down into the abyss. Okay. Let's get some abyss music then. As you swim further, deeper, those of you who do not have resistance or immunity to cold, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. Tall is fine. Andy's fine.
Iwi dies.
No, Kiwi's fine. Kiwi's suited for shit like
yeah,
this.
I know.
So is Del. And Lefrica is just barely fine. Okay. Andy, you had a question? Or were you just alerting that you were one of those?
I was just saying, whatever this is, I'm susceptible to it. So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um. Great. As you are trying to follow more, you start to feel the pressures of the water pressing down against you. Uh, so you start to feel the pressures building against you. Do you want to press further?
I look back to my party. I give like a shrug, like I'm okay.
All right, then everyone now needs to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Look at us.
Andy, yours is not showing up on my side. What did you get?
16.
Cool. All right, you're good.
We might kill Lefka.
Uh,
That is a chance I'm willing to take.
Lefrica fails.
Good. I'm kidding.
Del fails. And as will Etsuki. So
As he will.
all of our NPCs will gain a level of exhaustion from the growing pressures of swimming beneath the water.
I'm sorry, did you say everyone?
No, all of our NPCs.
Oh, NPCs, okay.
Yeah, all of our NPCs failed. You guys are fine. So they've got 5 less speed and -2 to all checks. Okay. As you descend, if you do not have dark vision, you are with the blinded condition now, as there is no light that reaches down here.
Hey, Priest.
Oh.
Can I summon my dancing lights, or is this like a stealth? What are we doing?
Investigating. We haven't seen anything so far, but I don't believe you and
And
Tala would
as
be able to see.
Priestess says that, you hear movement in the waters. Priestess, you can't quite see it, but
I don't like this.
you hear it.
Cool. Let's swim up, guys. Let's go.
You don't
Let's go.
want to.
Let's go ups. Is there any like? Is it like full abyss? Is there any like rocks near us or like?
You don't see anything right now. Either that is beyond your dark vision, or something else is at play here.
It something's coming up. I think we should swim to the side so when it swims up it misses us and we get to see what it is. Hopefully. Who can't see in the dark? Any NPCs?
No, all the NPCs have dark vision.
God damn it, guys. take Andy's arm and I take Tala's arm and I just start swimming to the side.
Okay. Then I will ask for a I'll ask for a perception check from Frista.
Hated those. $17.
It's strange what you see. It's not fully it's not fully coming up. It's moving across this channel. So it's kind of downwards what you're seeing. But it looks almost like a person. But you don't see flesh. You don't see hair. It's almost translucent. Like this massive underwater person-shaped glacier.
You. I relay that to my party.
GTFO?
I think so. Do I get any idea that this might be like Mother Frostmourne?
No.
Is it similar? No. Okay.
Yeah. This seems more plain. More like what you might see a statue made of. Nondescript.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to piss this thing off. Let's go up.
Okay. I'll ask for a stealth roll to swim up and not grab this thing's attention.
I would like to subtly cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Now you've already done that once this day. If you can do it again,
Oh, hold on.
because you subtle cast when you went down into the tunnel.
Yeah, I have 2 sorcery points.
Okay. Cool. I forgot you worried me there for a moment.
So another 5.
No, he got a natural 20.
Oh hell yeah!
But it was almost not a natural 20. Alright, with the pass without a trace, that becomes a 24 for Dell.
I say Kiwi stays behind his bait. Give us time, you know.
As you are all beginning to swim, most of you are able to get a distance up. But unfortunately, Etsukiwi only got a 14. And the creature looks up. And a hand. It's slow moving, but it covers a large distance. Reaches up and grabs Etsukiwi. He's going to try and avoid this. As the hand begins to pull down the Varkesh hunter, Etsukiwi, you can see the crackle of electricity around him. And it's enough to crack and melt some of the ice for him to squeeze out of the grip and swim upwards to rejoin you all.
Tasty.
I apologize. I did not mean to be captured.
Don't worry, it's happened before. Landed handy.
Been there. Yeah, it's never on purpose, trust me. Oh.
We should perhaps leave before it tries again.
Perhaps.
Wholeheartedly agree with you.
So, as you all are able to swim up, I need another Constitution save.
Oof.
Oh no. Oh no.
We all had such good con saves until now.
Oh, Lefriga's also feeling fucked. And
Oh yeah, we
Del.
didn't ask about him. Del, come on.
And Etskui. Cool.
You
Alright.
suck.
You all you all rise up to the surface. And cool. I just need to do something. Cool. Okay. I've got my information. But yeah, you guys reach the surface. I'd like for one of
That was
you.
fun.
I'd like for one of you. It can be anyone to roll me a d6.
Teresa.
Oh god. That's a 1.
Okay. Well, where should we head next? Del says.
Aren't there like floating things?
You are on the floating things were the platforms of the city. You are now in one of the canals that sort of functions as streets of Solaris. But you can pull yourself up to like the small walkways. Or you can continue swimming. You know, it's your choice.
Say walkways. We've done enough swimming.
Okay.
What now? That was a dead end.
Can I use the mirror on the creature? Let me read the specifics of that. Yeah, I just have to think of the target. Oh, thinking very hard.
Of what?
The thing that almost ate Kiwi.
Okay. As you think of this, and the mirror begins, it ripples out like water. You see a dimly lit space. It's covered in frosty ice. And you watch as a hand, massive and familiar, begins to shape from the ice. A form. And the hand, in comparison to this creature, this massive entity, that you had seen makes it seem little more than a doll, showing the sort of enormity, the power that you are perhaps entangled with. And the
So
last,
something made it?
it was
Oh.
made, and the last thing you see is a sort of gust of wind breathing life into this icy section.
Well, that's fun.
Very. So she made this thing, I guess we can assume. Or at least gave it life anyways. Definitely up
So,
there on one of the worst things she's done, and she's done some pretty shitty things.
yeah, not quite sure how comfortable I am with it being beneath the city.
Didn't hear what you said, Lexi. Okay.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Need to learn sign language soon as.
Yeah, and you gotta like sign over here for one person and sign over here for another.
Yes. Exactly. No, I agree. It's definitely dangerous having that below the city. Though I don't know if we would be enough to take it down. It looks big.
Navarkesh could take it. We are strong people.
I'd love to watch that happening.
From a long distance away. Mhm.
You do not wish to
Two
see the
concepts
glory
away.
of battle.
I don't wish to die in the glory of battle. It's not one of my life goals. So,
I'll go down and I'll just like broadcast the ring of message like a sports announcer.
What is a sports announcer?
You are going to learn many things with me, and I am so excited.
I am aware of the concept of sport and of announcing, but I do not understand the two together.
So it's just like sometimes you don't have a great view of the sports game, so there's someone whose job is specifically to basically shout out what is happening.
You treat sport as a game?
Let's unpack that. What do you treat sport as?
A trial, a test to show off the mightiest.
I guess that's the same here in some cases, but sometimes it's fun.
There is a certain thrill to sport, yes. It is akin to the thrill of battle, but in sport there is less chance of death.
That makes it fun.
And you just see Kiwi nod.
Is it like a confused nod, like he's getting it, or a nod like, sure, whatever?
It's a nod of like when a kid is taught something new and they're like trying to internalize it. It's that kind of nod.
Cool. were at a dead end with those two initiates we found. Should we look around for anyone else with those sort of markings?
You do still have that journal.
The empty journal?
The empty journal. The one that hasn't been used yet.
Yes, exactly.
Perhaps you can trace where it was purchased?
Yeah. I could ritually cast Identify if that would be helpful.
I have Identify once per long rest.
Okay. Yeah, whatever works. I also have to spell if we need it.
Cool. Well, I identify it because it let me know if there was a spell cast on it, and then we'll know if we need the spell. If there's no spell on it, we'll try and trace it back to where it was bought.
Okay. Yeah. If you go ahead and do an identify here, you don't find any magic traces on it.
No magic on it, unless there's a spell on it that makes it look non-magical.
And we could try a dispel upon it just in case there is.
If no one minds using the spell slot, absolutely.
I have a.
Hey, Del, you got that?
I was just about to offer it. Yes. I do
Perfect. I'd have to use a higher level spell slot, so I'd rather not. No.
Yes, well, it is perhaps some of my highest capabilities, but so Dell will cast a dispel magic, and after a brief inspection of the journal, nothing seems to have changed.
Oh, damn it.
My speaking of my uncle, I think he used this. Could we like make it warm a little bit? I wonder if there's like invisible inks or something.
That's true, actually. Can I, like, hold it up to, like, the light?
Yeah. Try and like look for invisible inks.
Holding it up to the light, there's no immediate change, but go ahead, give me a perception roll.
Alright. 5.
Yeah, no, you don't see nothing.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
Andy, you aren't seeing anything. Well, it can't be.
Can I give you a bardic freeze to try again?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It can't be terribly difficult to find a place selling stationery like this in Solaris. It's not a preferred method of writing. You know, due to water and parchment getting somewhat destroyed by it.
Yeah, are you aware of any stationery shops nearby?
Nearby, I don't know. Again, city of eternal change.
Right.
But I do know that there's not terribly many within the city, so it's got to be one of a handful.
Well, we just walk until we find one then.
All right. Then I will ask for investigation or perception rolls as you move through the city of Solaris.
You have advantage because of invincibility.
So I do.
Is that concentration or just last? Because you did cast
Right.
a pass without a trace after that.
Pass. It's fine. I'll stick with my 20.
Alrighty. And then I'll keep that in mind. I do need a second check, and this can be from anybody. I only need one check. It will be a survival roll for your travel.
I'll do it.
I'm only
Whoops.
+3.
Okay.
Sorry. I hit +9, but I rolled a 2.
It happens. Don't worry, I've got +12 to stealth and arcana, and I fail those all the time.
I feel really bad about this.
You should.
It's the dice rolls in combination with your rolls. You do find a stationery shop after about, let me actually just divide this real quick. Hold on. It doesn't help me. I gotta do this way. Okay, cool. You are traveling, and it's about maybe half an hour into your journey, where all of you start to feel a little off. You have some nausea, and pain, mostly in your joints, your shoulders, your elbows, and you start to become very tired. You gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Wait,
I
all
do
of
like
us
it.
do? Insight check.
Yeah, all of you. I'd actually say this is a medicine check.
Nice. 7.
No, Tracy, you don't know what's going on. Andy, yours
I
is
don't
not
feel
showing.
well. I want to go home.
11.
You don't quite know what's going on here.
Tala.
Hey, Dell.
Tala.
Wise tall as somebody.
Tala doesn't know. Dell looking very worse for wear. Because this has put them and the others up to 3 ranks of exhaustion. We came up too quickly. We're dealing with the bends.
Right.
So, alcohol? What's the like cure for this?
Drugs. I put
You
drugs.
you definitely don't want to mix alcohol or drugs. That can cause organ failure.
Oh.
Um, time, time helps. Rest
We
also
don't have
helps.
time.
This is our bodies rejecting the sudden shift in pressure.
Can we? Lexi knows some stuff here, but Andy doesn't. This is annoying.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Like going to a different place?
Not that Dell knows.
Can you heal us? this is beyond you.
I will say
It's a great
As-
restoration, right?
it would be a greater
But
restoration.
that only does only one level.
Hmm. It would help.
And yeah, I don't have it. But that's okay. I have a question. With my thing, oh, hey, I really should use that more often. Once per dawn, and all harmful condition on a creature of my choice. Would I be able to do this through one person?
One person, a creature.
Do it.
Rita, I go ahead and one exhaustion for you.
It ends all harmful conditions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, then is she back to normal?
Freesta's fine. The bends disappear for Freesta.
There you go.
No more
Appreciate
decompression.
Decompression.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't speak words. I know words. They just don't come out of my mouth right. So the decompression sickness is gone. On Freesta. No more exhaustion. No more pain.
I appreciate that, but we do have a few friends who are a lot worse for wear. No offense, but you guys look horrible.
I think we should go rest.
I think we go rest.
Alright, that means you do not find the shop then in this bout, because this happened
I
beforehand.
keep looking.
Okay. Then
I
Freesta,
stay out.
as you stay out, we'll take note of that.
Take Perry, please.
Take Perry. Maybe.
Okay. The
My
comfort
ultimate support
octopus.
jar.
Yeah, exactly.
Harry sort of like crawls up into the corner of the jar. Just hangs out there.
Be nice, Perry.
Plops down into the water.
It's salty today. Jeez.
But as the rest of you head back to the Quaking Lily, Rista, you are traveling by yourself. And you will find the paper shop, but it is the stationery shop, but it is about 4 hours of searching that it takes.
Slowly open the door. Are you guys still open?
As a figure peeks their head out. Unfortunately, we're just starting the closing process. Do you have an inquiry or something?
Oh, yes, it's just a quick question if you don't mind. I found this journal. It's just new. It hasn't been written in. It was there was like an attack and it was a whole thing, and I think someone dropped it. And obviously it hasn't been used yet, so I'd like to return it to them. Do you know who bought this?
As you present the journal, the figure steps out from where she was, and she steps forward and motions. May I take a closer look?
Yes, of course. And I hand it over.
She looks over it and almost distractedly. You mentioned there was a fight. I hope you're all right.
I'm fine. I was on the outskirts. I just saw some figures running away, and this journal was dropped. I went to go pick it up and try and flag the person down, but they'd already left.
Well, I don't quite remember who purchased this, as she hands it back.
I sort of like make a movement with my coin purse that she hears the like jiggle. I'm like, oh, are you sure? You don't remember just a little bit? My hand slowly moves into the purse. I just like hold a few coins in my hand.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Please. 11.
Uh, you're not. You're not detecting anything. You don't know if it's because she's not hiding anything or she's just hard to read. But why don't you roll me a perception check as well?
Please. 8.
Oh, you're not picking up anything there.
Can Perry see anything?
Have Perry give me a perception check.
Alright. It's a 17 from Perry.
All right, so Perry sees just the barest glisten of a similar tattoo-like marking on her fingertips.
Alright, well, I'm not in communication with Perry, so I don't know what Perry would do with that information. But, like.
Perry's just climbing on the jar. Can't really communicate with Priesta, can't communicate with Andy. Just doing octopus things, it seems.
But, that's unfortunate. I really wanted to return it to them. Again, it hasn't been used at all, so
Well,
obviously it's a shame.
seeing that, it hasn't been used, I can always put it up for resale, but since it's in your possession, you are welcome to hold on to it, but, it would be a viable item to put back on the shelves.
That's a bit unfair. That person did obviously buy it.
And I can't help you out further, but, since it's already been purchased, it would just be moving from one figure to the next. Or if you go back to the scene of this attack, perhaps they'll come back looking for it.
Can I have a look around, like the shop, just see if there's any other of these journals actually on the shelves and stuff?
Yeah, from a quick cursory glance, you can see it. It's not a lot. They do seem to be handmade, handbound, but there are other journals there. There's also scroll cases that likely waterproof, and different parchments, inks, pens.
You know, I would, but I don't think I'd know how to get back to the where the fight was. I was
Yes,
barely able to make it here.
the change of the streets and composition, it's definitely something to work with.
Thank you for your time.
I
I'm going to have another.
do apologize I was not able to help further.
Oh, it's fine. You guys are just shutting up. I'm didn't want to like keep you. I'm just going to have a walk around the area, see if I can find that figure. But thank you for your help.
Of course.
Walk out and immediately turn invisible and look through the window.
You see her hand outstretched and frustration on her face.
Let's try and sneak around and see if there's like a back way in.
There is.
Is it open?
It is locked.
Damn it. I try and lockpick.
Lockpicking while invisible has historically worked out well for you.
Listen,
It's
I
like-
don't learn from the past. I ignored it.
It's a sleight of hand check. With
This is a
proficiency.
16.
Yeah, you're able to unlock this.
Well, I like quickly go in and close the door behind me.
Okay, cool. Roll me a stealth roll.
Damn it. 18.
You're in the back stock room. You see a table that seems to be filled with like leatherworking tools as well as bookbinding tools. There actually seems to be their own production of paper back here. All sorts of pulp, probably imported, and their own drying and sections and whatnot.
I just want to steal some things in case the things made by this place are important. So just in the back, it's like a pen here, a notebook there, and I just put it in the back.
Yeah, as you're going around and, you know, just grabbing some of the items here, you'd also notice sort of, separated from this main back room where a lot of the more, heavier work is done, there is a smaller room with a door cracked open.
Ooh, I peek in.
You see that there is a, collection of tools and pigments and bonding agents. It seems that they make their own ink here.
Ooh. Interesting. I'm going to make sure I steal a lot of ink actually, because we have wizards. That'll be nice.
Cool. They've got different it seems different solutions of the ink here, like different colors and whatnot. So
See.
you just like grab one of each bottle that's available.
Yes.
Beautiful. We'll say that you've got you've got 7 bottles of ink.
Nice. Head out to the front of the main store bit to see if that person's still there.
As you head out to the front, you would notice that she is still present and is now going back to closing duties, wiping everything down, making sure everything's in place.
Well, while I'm invisible, I walk out the front door.
She turns and looks, and you can see that instead of like frustration on her face, it's curiosity as she steps up to the window and looks around on the street.
I turn back and flip her off invisible and then continue. And I'll try and find that place who was staying.
Yeah, you can find, it takes a bit of time, as you took you some time to get to the store, but yeah, you make it back to the Quaking Lily where the others are. While this is happening with Freesta, what is Andy, Talo, what are you guys doing?
Feeling like hungover, kind of. Good times. I love the ocean. Yeah, I'm probably just like laying on the bed or the little hammocks or whatever we have and playing some music. Um, maybe if I'm feeling up to it. Generally feeling like terrible. Yep. Hoping Perry's okay.
Okay. It'd be about this time that you have the sort of mental connection with Perry sort of reignite.
Did we take a short rest?
Yeah, I'd say you could have completed a short rest in this time.
All right, lovely. Yay, Perry's back. Woo. I hope Feast is with him.
As you have this thought, and I'm sure you announce it to the room, it's a few minutes later that Priest is walking in with Perry in the jar.
Yay! Hello.
I dump the ink in front of Andy.
Do we got invisible ink? It's visible now. So I'll set about testing the different inks on like my own paper, seeing if any of them turn invisible.
One of them does.
Awesome. Now, how the hell do I get it to not do that?
It doesn't come with instructions. It doesn't
What?
even have a label.
What? The
Yeah,
bad.
sorry, I took this from the back.
That's fun. Does Perry tell me what you saw?
Does Andy ask?
I'd probably be like, so how was it? Anything fun? Where'd you go? And I'm kind of asking Friesa and Perry together.
Does Friesa say anything first? Since this is asking out loud.
Found the shop. Woman was weird. She was acting like she didn't know anything, but once I left, she seemed annoyed. I told her that I found the journal after the person who bought it got in a fight and ran off, and it fell behind them. He wasn't influenced by bribes. I did try to give her money for information, but nothing. So I turned invisible and stole a bunch of things from the back of her shop.
Do you show the other things that you stole? The paper, the pens, and everything like that?
Yeah, I just like dump it out.
And as Shrista finishes, Perry, sort of like peeking just above the water, she had funny fingers. I can't hear you.
Could you elaborate, Perry, while I murder my keyboard?
Like, like her fingers were two colors, but only at the fingertips.
Like she had been writing with ink?
No, it was like that sparkly stuff on the other people's hands.
Okay, I'll do like a minor illusion of like the tattoo, like this.
Yeah, but only on the fingertips. And he waves some of the tentacles.
I'll like kind of translate for people who can't do the telepathic thing with my familiar. Does someone maybe have to have the tattoo in order to read it?
Maybe. We can try and find the place again in the morning and, hold her at knife point and tell her to read it.
Yeah, could I look at those inks and like put some on my skin briefly?
Yeah, an interesting thing, as you put the inks on your finger, I'm assuming you're like just dipping your finger into it and all that stuff.
Yeah, like the barest, like pinhead area.
The one that disappears as soon as you sort of put your finger into it, it disappears on your finger. Roll me a investigation check, I'll say. Andy, you think it's heat sensitive?
You gotta be cold? Oh, it's hot. Oh, it gotta be cold. Hey, Lisa, could you like make it cold real quick? Like the journal.
My ray of frost the journal.
Sure. There is now a thick bit of ice on the journal. But you do
I
see...
use shape water to melt it so it's easy to.
I could be a real dick about this.
You absolutely could.
Shape water works on water. This is ice.
Fine, then I use prestidigitation to heat it up slightly.
I could be even
I
more
have
of
all
a...
the.
It's ink on water,
It's dried ink.
and it's on paper with water.
I prestidigitation and dry it while I heat it up.
Okay.
But it's like just enough so it's like the faintest.
So it gets a little blurry, but you do see that there are ink marks that appear on the paper, underneath the chill. And it does appear to be a key.
Nice. Del,
Yes?
you can read the
Yeah,
coded message, right? 'Cause
I can, yes.
we have a key. Could you help us decipher it?
Sure, it could take some time, though.
Oh yeah, you're exhausted. Go sleep.
I mean, I can do this. Perhaps it would take me time no matter what. But my eyelids are drooping. I'm in a lot of pain.
Go sleep. We will handle it.
I can take a look at
We
it in
still
the
need your help.
morning.
Yes, if we still need your help in the morning, we'll give you a shout. But you look like shit.
All right. Well, just tap on the bottle if you need me.
Cool. Sweet dreams. I'll knock 3 times if I need you. Like a civil person.
You just knocked twice.
What? Twice?
Yeah, so they know that it's not just like something banging on the house. You knocked twice.
Banging, it's knocking. Get in your bottle, go to sleep.
So Dell will get their bottle set up and disappear for the evening.
I will unattune from my Road of the Pack Keeper, and I'll try to spend the hour attuning to that thing that I had. I forgot what it's called. It gives me the detect magic and comprehend languages.
Yes. The amulet that was meant for
Yes.
Vistana. Okay. So that'll be an hour to do that. Do know that it is getting late. You will need to rest at some time, or you will regain exhaustion, Krista.
I'm sleeping.
4 hours.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that you've been doing a lot today. Like, it's getting close to that, like, you've been up very long point.
I know. Want to have a look at it though. And then if I can't get it straight away, I'll go to sleep and look at it in the morning.
Alright. With the code, it would still take time to, because you have to go through and, like, write out the message. So it would still take time, but it would be a lot easier. So you know that it can be done. But it would probably take longer than the ice will stay in place without like continuous castings of the prestidigitation. So it would take effort.
That seems like a tomorrow morning problem. And I will trance.
All right. So, as you all rest, I would like D10 rolls.
Lucky number 7.
Twinsies.
We'll just save Tala's for last when Regan gets back. Which means I get to roll for Tala. I decide what happens.
Right.
Oh. Andy, let's start with you. You find yourself at home. You are in West Hills. And you see your family surrounding you. Even Beck is here. And it's not just your family. It's the whole community. And as you look around, you don't see the lantern tree in front of you until you're looking behind you. You're standing in front of it. And next to you is Grandma Stefania. She's speaking, but you don't hear the words, but you start to see everyone around you cheer and applaud. You feel this sort of surge of power, of responsibility. What do you do as you feel this?
Red cheeks and kind of try and become small. Worried that I've just become responsible for everybody.
As you try to become small, you feel yourself shrinking in this dream as you become the size of a small bug looking up at everyone. And that weight of responsibility diminishes as another weight is pressed upon your shoulders. Disappointment. And you watch as towering above you is your family looking down. And Beck is the one whose foot comes down upon you. And that's how you wake up.
Night. No. No.
Rista, your trance is filled with memories of home as well. Frozen wasteland that it has become. As you stand in the middle of this frozen ruin, your trance shifts, becomes more dreamlike as the memory fades and something else slips in. You feel powerful. The energy that jumps and weaves between the veils. You feel it could bend at your fingertips. What do you do as you feel this power coursing through you?
I feel power. I feel the power of the veils. I start to think about my brother and my sister and bringing them back.
As you think about this, there is something that changes. You don't quite see it. But then you hear it. Their voices calling out to you from where your house is.
I run towards the house.
As you try and run towards the house, you find your feet frozen in space. And a voice whispers into your ear. A familiar one. I could give you the power to join them. Come to me, Freista. Stillness is the only way for change in yourself. And that's how you wake up.
Ouch.
And then for dear old Tala. Let's see what you get. Tala, you do not see home in your dream. But you do feel a warmth around you. You hear the sounds of merriment. And as you look around, there's a feast. All sorts of unimaginable foods. And people here.
Andy?
You do not see Andy. But you see people that you somewhat recognize. Haziness. Roll me a history check. It's not until they're welcoming you to the table that you place those not quite there faces. These are figures of legends. Heroes that exist primarily in fairy tales. Tales told to young to help them sleep at night. And these figures are welcoming you to their table to join in their feasting and their drinking, as if you are one of them.
Like, like dead people?
They could be dead. They could just be stories, myths woven into a figure over years of tellings.
And these people are inviting me to sit with them?
Yes.
Oh, I go sit with them. And, yeah, and, hello?
As you sit, they react with passing you drinks and filling your plate. They welcome you to feast, and as you drink and as you eat, you feel the same shackles that you now begin to see on them. Shackles of responsibility, of image, Some of these seem to weigh down the figures, others seem to be unaffected by any at all. They all seem to be holding them. And that is how you wake up.
That's not food.
I don't like sleep anymore.
Well, you all complete a long rest. And for those of you still holding on to exhaustion, you can take. Okay. And what would you like to do as you wake up?
Nothing.
Andy, you feeling still exhausted?
Yeah, but not as bad as like Lefago, Dell, or Kiwi.
Okay. I'm gonna use my necklace to relieve exhaustion from you.
Okay, then for flavor, Faye, let's say I didn't sleep last night.
You woke up and you were just like staring.
Yeah, but then Tal is healing me.
Yeah.
Alright. Great. Thanks, Tal. Appreciate you.
The sort of dryness of your eyes goes away with the restoration.
But not the hole in my heart, Faye. Yikes. Okay, do we solving the stupid journal thingy today? You know, maybe we can leave this place.
Maybe. I'm down to start deciphering it,
I could help, maybe, if possible.
if you'd like. You can just use prestidigitation to keep it chill, and then everyone that can understand Oquin can try and decipher it.
I'll cast comprehend languages on myself.
Yeah, you gotta get your hands all over that.
Still.
I give you
Okay.
enhance ability free stuff. What would it
Thank
be?
you.
Wisdom or intel? Intel?
I think that'd be an intelligence.
Intelligence.
Del, are you feeling good enough to help?
As Dell is now out of their bottle, yawning, and I'm not at risk of passing out on my feet. I'm still a bit in pain, but if we're just sitting, I'm sure that I can be of assistance.
This is the least strenuous task we've had in weeks.
It's definitely better than being in the presence of a dragon eel.
That sounds like a story for another time.
That's how we met.
Is it? So it was. It was a dragon eel. That was a while ago.
Yeah, let's start working on this.
Cool.
And we will pick up with you guys deciphering in our next session.